Thanks, Isa. Good afternoon, everybody. I just want to start by saying that some people wear their heart on their sleeve. I wear it on my head because my heart is outside in the bush. So Table Mountain, I'm pretty sure it doesn't need any introduction here. This is a national park and a World Heritage Site that is situated in a city. It is also an ecological island that is surrounded by a sea of urbanization and actual ocean. This mountain attracts many, many different kinds of people. In fact, it attracts millions of people every single year. So over the last 4 years, we've been collecting species detection data from an array of 88 camera traps across the northern section of Table Mountain National Park. It's revealed some really, really interesting things to us. The original objective was actually to study alien animal occurrence across the mountain, but we designed it in such a way that it can address multiple different questions. So this graph is quite interesting. It basically just shows us what species were detected and the percentage of sites at which each of them were detected. And then the value next to every bar is the total number of detections. So you can see that by far the species that is in the lead are human beings, with over 36,000 detections and detected at almost 80% of all the sites. The runner-up to humans is an animal very closely associated with us, which is dogs. Although detected at fewer sites, their total detections were over 6,000. So of the wild species that occur there, the next most frequently detected species was klipspringer. And you can see a drastic, I can try and point it out for you, where's my klipspringer? There. So you can see a drastic reduce in detections, with dogs having over 6,000 detections, falls down to 1,500 detections for klipspringer, and they are the most highly detected wild animal. But what is interesting here is that although humans are detected at so many sites, at least they are trying to limit where their dogs go. So these are just some graphs that are just really just illustrate really nicely the density of detections at the sites. So you can see with the humans, they were detected at many, many different sites, but there were only a few sites where the detections were like very, very large. Klipspringer also many sites, but more evenly, the density of detections are more evenly distributed across those sites. And then because the original objective of the project was alien animals, I thought I'd just put into sandbar deer, detected at very, very few sites, but large density of detections where they are detected, and then Himalayan tahr over here. And then there's just some photos of the things we see on the mountain. People and dogs, a lot of that. It's a cute little klipspringer, and that's me having fun. So these are the sites, and these indicate the sites that were set on actual hiking trails, whether they are formal hiking trails or secondary routes, or the two pink ones are actually set in Orange Cliff, which is a restricted area. Access is by permit only. Those are the sites where humans were detected the most. That's where those big density spikes of detections were captured and observed. But when you look at all the sites where humans were detected, a lot of those sites were far off any trail, so they were not actually supposed to be there. I did not realize that all of these people were there on doctor's orders, okay? Maybe the doctors can include in the prescription that medication should be taken on trails. But yeah. So obviously this is just the very, very early stages and beginnings. So stay tuned for part 2, coming to GRIN in 2025. And in case any of you ever wondered how porcupines do it, you're welcome.